Scott's with us in New York City. Hey, Scott, how are you?
Well, Dave, and yourself?
Better than I deserve. How can I help?
Good, good. I'll start with my question and then give a little background if I can. My wife and I are 42 years old. We own a vacation property, which is actually only 4 miles away from our main house. It's a waterfront property that we rent a little bit just to cover its overall cost. I own this property outright, and I'm curious if I should sell it to pay my main house off. So the house we live in right now, I have a $870,000 mortgage on it. It's worth about $1.4 million. The house that we're looking to sell is actually got a value of about $3 million right now. But I would have substantial capital gains because of the real estate market in the last 2 or 3 years here.
Wow. So your lake house is worth more than your house.
Well, considerably it is. Yeah. It is.
That's fun. I like that. That's
cool.
styling right there.
It really is a blessing.
So why don't you just move in the lake house?
It's a seasonal house, waterfront house. It is seasonal. And I also have my elderly parents that live with us, so we need a little more room to be able to accommodate them as well.
Okay. Well, you've got substantial wealth, which gives you a lot of options. What other money do you have? Whatever the money do you have that we could just get your mortgage paid off and keep it?
Yeah, so I make about $170,000 a year. I am self-employed. It fluctuates.
Do you have any money saved that is not retirement money other than these properties?
I don't. I have no debt, no car payments, no nothing. But no, cash on hand, very, very little, $5,000-$6,000.
Yeah. So you got a 8-year journey to pay this house off if you keep the lake house.
Absolutely, absolutely. And
it's
I got a kid that's just heading off to college this year. I got a 14 and 13-year-old behind that one that's going to be heading off to college. But I I'm set up to cash flow those colleges.
Okay.
Are you pretty tight financially with that $870,000 mortgage?
I am. Since COVID, I am. Typically, no. I've been been fine, a lot of cash flowing. But since COVID, I'm in the construction business, and we're busy as all heck. But the contracts, we were lucky to be very flush, but we've had contracts that, are 6-7 months old, and then it takes a year to build these custom homes. And with cost increases, really, really got out of hand.
Yeah.
Really got out of hand. So, yeah, it is a little tight right now.
Well, there's not a wrong answer. If it gives you more joy and more peace to dump the lake house and be 100% debt free and have a pile of cash during this tight time, that's fine. If you just would, if you would feel stupid for doing that, then don't do it. I mean, you can probably hang on without any trouble and get your house paid off over a period of years and hang on to the house. It is it's weird that your lake house a few miles from you is worth 3 times what your house is. That's just a little strange in your portfolio, but it's not the end of the world. I love my lake house. I'm not selling it, so you can do whatever you want to do. But in your case, you're asking the question, which makes me kind of think you may want to do it, but it's up to you. You don't have a financial reason driving this one way or the other. It's a personal call.